Hi everyone, Zach from Out There Vans in Grand Junction, Colorado. Today, we have an exciting new product we're gonna walk you through. This is the ProBreeze rooftop vent system, which is just as it sounds. It's a new fan offering for the rooftop of your camper van, your RV, your camper trailer, you name it. Now, for years, Maxxair fans have kind of ruled this segment, offering a all-weather fan solution, but ProBreeze has entered the market. They're now available through OutThereVans.com, and we're excited to take you through this product. We will flip through this product, show you all the features, what's in the box. And after that, we will also unbox a Maxxair Fan 7500K Deluxe, which is kind of the cream of the crop fan that this fan is directly competing with. And we'll walk you through some of the differences you are going to see on one versus the other that may help you make up your mind if you are purchasing a rooftop fan for your rig. Pause for a quick minute. Be sure to hit the subscribe button below. Today, we're only talking about this fan on the table. Next week, I will be doing an in-depth installation video where we will cut a hole in this shop van behind us, drop this ProBreeze fan into place, and I'll walk you through what that installation looks like. Let's go ahead and get started on what's included in the box before we dive into a direct comparison. In this small ProBreeze fan box here, you will have the main fan body and shroud. You have the rooftop installation flange, which is what is physically attached to the rooftop of your van. There are two screw points on either side of this flange, basically driver and passenger, where this top will drop down into place of it. A couple attachment screws come in to secure it, and then it keeps it where it's easy to access it and remove it if you need to for service down the road. This is the only part that has to remain in the rooftop of your van. And then you have your interior mounting body. Now this looks like an alien spaceship compared to the Maxxair fan mounting flange, where all the controls are physically on the fan body. First off, you're gonna notice there's some wiring harnesses hanging down. There are quick connects that snap into the fan body as you mount this up into place. And then you have your leads for your positive and negative 12-volt power source to run this. Additionally, you have two screens. One is a simple bug screen, and then your other screen is your physical controller screen where you can turn it on and off, adjust the airflow in or out. There's an auto function, and then you can adjust your fan speeds. And then the last button is one I really love. There are LED light strips built into this cover here. There is a little bit of a light diffuser that goes in, kind of hide those and soften the light. There are holes that this will actually be screwed up to the roof of your van before putting on those covers, but it does have an integrated LED light, which is really nice. They're a super low power draw LED, but just provide a little soft lighting if you want it for some ambiance. There is an open and close knob, which will be connected to the bottom of your fan to be able to raise and lower this fan shroud. Really quick side note while I'm editing, this fan also raises and lowers electronically. There's a little motor. You do not have to manually twist that knob if you do not wish to. Here's the craziest part. It has an integrated shade, and it is an actual blackout cover. The cool thing about this shade is when it is closed, there are actually some air vents on either side of trim here that still allows air to be blown out or pulled in through this interior vent, even when your blackout cover is in place. Now, with a classic blackout cover on a Maxxair fan, if you put that blackout cover in place, it prevents the airflow from being able to move through it. This really covers all the basis of I can close out the light, I can just use my fan as a fan whenever I want, and I even have a little night light on it for getting out of bed if needed. The last couple things that come in this box is just some hardware. You have a bunch of screws for mounting this flange to the rooftop of your van. You have some screws for mounting this interior trim piece to the ceiling of your van. Some screws, again, for mounting this fan to that flange. And then there are a few different lengths of rods. Essentially, this handle right here, as you twist it, there is a little keyed insert that you can put these different lengths of rods depending on the thickness of your ceiling from the rooftop of your van. In the other bag, we have our light diffusers for the LED strips on this interior shroud. And then additionally, we have a remote holder or a remote mount so you can mount that to your wall, and a couple of AAA batteries to power that remote. Now it's a wireless remote, so you can control everything that you can do on the screen on the shroud itself, just by pointing at the fan from a distance, which is handy, especially in this van. This fan will be mounted at the very back of the van for max airflow to pull air from these front venting windows and then pull it back out of the van or push it the opposite direction. So the fact that I don't want to climb over the bed all the time to go turn that fan on and off, this makes a handy solution if I'm not laying in bed at the time. And we're gonna crack this boy open. You'll note that this is the Maxxair fan 7500K model. It's the most commonly installed fan by professional upfitters. So that is why we're going to be comparing this one today. Now I'll tell you, both of these like black smoke lids are black, but they're actually a tinted black translucent material. So from the inside, it will act as just the slightest skylight to provide you some natural lighting. But it is still a good tint that, you know, makes for a private space. More importantly, you have a window cover if you need it. Now inside of the Maxxair fan box, we're going to have some instructions, which this had instructions too. I've just already pulled them out. We're gonna have that same mounting hardware, lots of screws, and then we've got a remote. I'll point out the Maxxair fan remote is a little bit bulkier compared to the ProBreeze fan. They both will physically do the same functions that you need to from both fans. Now we're all unboxed on the Maxxair fan. I'm gonna break this stack down to give you an idea of what's all included over here. Pretty similar to the ProBreeze. And then we'll look at them more in a side-by-side on each other's level so you can get an idea of the shroud size and just general features of it. We have our main Maxxair fan body. Then we have our rooftop mounting flange, which honestly looks rather identical. And then an interior mounting flange. Looking at the bottom of these two fans, let me flip this up. The ProBreeze over here on my left or your right. I'm spinning the fan on it here. You'll notice it's just the fan. We have our little electrical connectors, and then those physical controls live on the flat mounting plate that gets screwed up to your ceiling. Whereas the Maxxair fan over here, they are on the fan physical body. And as we put this trim piece on it to account for the thickness of our van ceiling, that might mean that your buttons are recessed up quite a bit. Again, not a whole lot of difference from a functionality standpoint, but just something to note. Now, the two of these fans, they both are fairly low profile in their general closed shape. Right away, I'll tell you the ProBreeze fan is just ever so slightly lower profile from a thickness standpoint or a stack height top to bottom when mounted on the rooftop. One thing I love about this style of fan and why Maxxair fans have been killing it for so many years is that they have an all-weather design, meaning they can be open in operating in the rain and you can still get proper ventilation. Both of these fans operate in the same way. You twist a little lever. Once it's open, I'm going to put it on a flat plane like it's on a rooftop. The back just simply lifts up or lowers in order to allow the air to flow up and over and then down into your van. This ProBreeze operates exactly the same. These are both a universal, US spec 14 by 14 cutout size. So either of these fans can be integrated into an existing cutout in a camper van or a RV that already has a fan installed. In terms of air movement on the two of these, Maxxair claims 900 cubic feet per minute, whereas ProBreeze claims up to about 1,700 cubic feet per minute. Now that's a huge number. To give you an idea of kind of what that would be from a turnover, we'll say on a van the size, this 144 Sprinter behind me, just as a rough estimate, I would expect a Maxxair fan to turn over all the air in about a minute, whereas this ProBreeze, you're turning it over every 30 seconds roughly. Just kind of a general idea of how much air these things are pulling through them. Both of these fans are 12 volt specific models. Now a Maxxair fan is a brushed motor where the ProBreeze is a brushless motor, and that's where one of the major upgrades comes on this fan. Now brushless motors just in general are a higher quality motor. They are going to operate quieter, they're going to operate longer, and there is just a lot less worry about needing to maintenance it down the road. I just can't stop spinning this because it's so smooth. I'm sorry. Where Maxxair fans, you periodically hear of someone needing to replace a motor on someone who might be living in their van full-time and just running that sucker non-stop. Now, thankfully, that's a pretty inexpensive and easy process. It's not something I necessarily expect to see needing to happen on a, there I go again, on a ProBreeze vent. That motor on 12 volts uses about 5 amps or 60 watts of power running on high, and these figures are on high that I'm going to throw out. But on high, we're gonna say this uses a total of 60 watts. Now, this ProBreeze brushless motor is a much more efficient motor. On high, this only uses 20 watts of power, a little under 2 amps. If you factor in that this one also has lighting involved. Now, each of those LED light bars requires 2 watts of power when they're illuminated. So you could be running this one on high as well as both of those light bars on, and you're still only drawing 2 amps or 24 watts at 12 volt of power. Under half of the power consumption for the Maxxair fan. Now, the Maxxair fan, as I mentioned earlier, it does not have lighting. It does not have a blackout window cover. There is an accessory you can purchase from Maxxair that has a similar shroud on the interior of the van as the ProBreeze. However, that's about a $100 add-on, and they're not really commonly installed nor carried. It's another factor to add on to the price tag of a Maxxair to bring it up to par with a ProBreeze. And then in terms of length, these are actually about the same exact footprint, within about 3/8 of an inch. So you're generally not going to have any problems fitting one inside of an existing shroud of another if you are retrofitting one versus the other into your van or your camper. About 23.5 inches roughly is what you need to be budgeting for the length of one of these fans. Both of these fans are in the ballpark about $350. This ProBreeze fan currently sells on Out There Vans for $350 as of December 2025. The Maxxair fan has an MSRP of about $400. I'll tell you, it's been out for years, and you commonly see them discounted for about $325 to about $350, depending on the day you catch it. For all general comparisons, we're gonna just say they're both a $350 fan. Before I tell you which fan I think is the winner in this comparison, I would love it if you would pause this video and run down to the comment section down below, write a really quick one-word response of Maxxair or ProBreeze, and we can kind of get a running tally of what you, the viewers, think of these in comparison. All right, and welcome back. Hopefully you did that. I know a lot of you didn't. A lot of you don't even subscribe to me. I'm gonna go ProBreeze now. I think this is the fan of the future. Obviously, I want to put it in this van, really run it through the paces and test it, but I think the brushless motor, the integrated features to this interior shroud are really a huge value for basically apples to apples in terms of money spent. Now, Maxxair fan has been around for a long time, so they are still going to be the fan of choice in minivan conversions. It's always great to see some new competition in the market. Now, as I said earlier in the video, our next video will be more of a comprehensive install of this ProBreeze fan in the Sprinter 144. It'll be a similar install process, whether you're putting it on a Sprinter, a Transit, or a ProMaster. Be sure to check out that video a week from now, or if you're watching this way in the future, head over to our channel, Out There Vans, which hopefully you're subscribed to already, and you'll be able to search in our feed to find that video as well. And more importantly, head over to OutThereVans.com, where you can shop fans and countless other accessories to help you out with your van build or upgrade your existing van build. Things along the lines of like this roof rack, headliner shelves on the inside, pre-cut one-piece flooring for your interior. We have hundreds of products to choose from on OutThereVans.com. So thanks for watching today. I will see you next week when we throw this fan on top of this van. We look forward to seeing you there.